So we've come to week 7 of our Lent journey together, Renew Wellbeing. Thank you so much for your company as we've gone through these 40 days of Lent together. And as we're now in this Easter week, as we approach the Easter story in this Holy Week, we're going to read John 21 together this week. This is my favourite chapter of all of John's Gospel. I really love it, and I pray that you will love it too as you read through this encounter, this Jesus who comes back from the dead to come and meet with his disciples who are so disappointed with themselves and so lost and afraid, particularly Peter, who I love anyway. And here he is, the risen Jesus, cooking breakfast on the beach. This is such a beautiful story as you read through it, maybe reenact it as I will be doing on Easter Monday. You'll know that in Renewable Wellbeing, chapter 5 is all about this story, and there is a poem or a blessing that I'll read at the end of this week's video. The meditation this week is from Psalm 118. Again, probably one of my favourite Psalms. We happen to have one of my favourite chapters in John's Gospel and one of my favourite Psalms to meditate on. What a treat. His steadfast love endures forever is our meditation. And this week, just go back over all of those practices and make sure that there's one maybe that is the one that's for you. You might want to embrace them all. But as you've gone through these practices that we share in this charity, I'm hoping that one of them will stick. Maybe this week it's time to take a step back and get a journal out. I tend to always have a notebook to hand, and I've always got a pen in my hand, and I'm often writing things down. Maybe you want to write some of your own poems or prayers or psalms. You might not be a writer. You might want to just record them. You might just want to spend some time in silence. It's up to you. We're all different. I find the practice of journaling really helpful. If you're creative, if you're arty, that might be something you want to do, is to do some sort of artistic response to what God's been doing in you this week. I really pray too that you'll find some time maybe this week to sit with a friend, to invite a friend for a coffee, and to talk to them about some of the habits that you've been picking up during this Lent journey. Sometimes as we share the things that we're thinking we might have a go at, they take a deeper root in us. And we also find other people who might want to share those habits with us. So as we go through this last week, this wonderful Holy Week together, that God would be so fully present to you as you're fully present to him would be my prayer. And I'd like to read you from chapter 5 of Renewable Wellbeing, this blessing for John 21. This breakfast cooked upon the shore is just the start. There's more. There's always more. This love feast marks the start of the return from shattered dreams, forgiveness, restoration, penny dropping hope from a life ripped at the seams. Not just a meal to end all meals, yet starting many more. Not just a glimpse of kindness of a saviour who is love right to the core. Not just the blueprint for a lifestyle that will always feed the poor, but for me, the first meal of a new day as I take the kingdom keys he won for me and open up that door. This feast, these fish that represent the life I once controlled, provision I could find and keep and hold. Yes, Lord, I love you more than these. I love you more than fish that I can find myself and buy and sell and trade, accumulating wealth for me and mine. I love you more. There is no going back. I follow you. I cast my net where you direct, no logic, yet no lack. I love you more. I love you most. I love this breakfast that you serve, sweet risen host, to those like me who don't deserve your daily, early morning, every day, never failing, all forgiving, all prevailing, satisfying love. This breakfast that you cook upon the shore. It's just the start. There's more. There's always more.